Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, there was a movie called 2001: A Space Odyssey. And in this movie, there were these strange monolith structures that remain a mystery throughout the entire story. Were they put there by aliens from outer space? Or perhaps an ancient race from Earth who had long since vanished? The movie never gives us a solid answer. I bring this up because recently some strange monoliths in real life have been discovered. And people are, well, freaking out a little bit.
Since it's so new, it's probably a man-made structure with no purpose, right? Wrong!
Have they been put there by aliens? Or the government? Is something big about to happen? Or maybe this is just a case of art imitating art. I've got the answers to that cosmic mystery, plus answers on a couple other items that you guys are very curious about. Like this video that claims this is a real animal. Another picture that wants us to believe these glow-in-the-dark waves are the real deal. And this picture that claims to show a kid that loved his dog so much he, did this. I've got all that, plus the answer to last week's mystery video, the list of winners from last week's Amazon gift card giveaway, my favorite fake of the week, and a whole bunch more. So grab your friends and your family, sit down and see who is best at sorting fact from fiction. Hey guys, Bill here. We're going to be jumping into that crazy monolith story in just a second. But first, I want to do a very quick update on that video last week that claimed to show Siren Head duking it out with Santa Claus. His name is Delano, and he went missing on me right in the middle of discussing his video. Well, after you guys raided his channel for me, he got a hold of me and said he was fine. It was just a case of him being super busy. I was happy to learn he was okay, and like Siren Head didn't go over to his house and take care of him. But he really reached out to me because of you guys, that channel raid you did over to his channel, and that was a lot of fun. I want to do some more of those. But anyway, we'll talk about that another time. Right now, let's get back to our big story, which is this global viral phenomena about that monolith that showed up out in the desert. The first person to ask me about this story was Connor Compton. Connor sent this photo and wrote, "Is this mysterious metal monolith in Utah for real? If it is, who built it?" Connor, at this point, I don't think there's any doubt that that thing is real. I mean, in other words, it wasn't a picture of the desert and somebody photoshopped that thing in there. The real question we have on our hands now is, who made this thing and why did they put it there? So to help us answer those questions, I've turned to Bill's channel resident expert in all things UFO and alien, Mr. Robert Kiviat. Hey Bob, how are you?
I'm great, Bill. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm sure you've been all over this monolith story that seems to have gone crazy lately. So for our viewers, can you just give us a quick recap of this monolith that was found in Utah? How did they find it? Who found it? Just the basic facts.
It's a really great story, Bill. I mean, like the land management people in the Utah area were out there, trying to look out for some wildlife, some interesting kind of sheep, just trying to keep an eye on everything. And they were up in their helicopter and they saw this glistening monolith there. So they landed their helicopter and there they took some video or pictures of it at least. And the pilot, a guy named Hutchins, apparently decided to put up this image, and it made references to the fact that it looked like something from that famous movie, 2001: Space Odyssey. So that got everybody going. It might be an alien artifact and all that stuff.
Fascinating stuff, Bob. Why do you think people are so fascinated with these monoliths? It's just something that seems to strike at the core of our psyche.
Well, first it was the movie 2001: Space Odyssey, even for me. But then, a bunch of years ago, Buzz Aldrin went public, the guy who landed on the moon with, Neil Armstrong. And he talked about a monolith being found on the moon near Mars called Phobos. And he showed pictures of it all over the place. He became so convinced this may well be an actual alien monolith on a moon near Mars that he wants NASA to go look at. It's unbelievable.
Right. So what do you think? I mean, I don't know. It's just me that, that's probably highly unlikely. I know you can make a good case for the aliens, but what are some of the possibilities to explain who built that and why it was there?
Well, right away, there were people in the area that recognized there was an artist named McCracken who died in 2011, but he was known for this kind of creation, these kind of things. And later on, it became even more interesting when his son went public after it was, in the news and said, hey, you know what? My dad mentioned, basically, he may want to do something like this. So, years ago before he died, he planted that seed in the son's mind. And then the son said, hey, it looks like one of my dad's things. Who knows? Maybe this is something that was arranged by McCracken. What an amazing artistic expression to have something play out after you die this way, posthumously. It's a fascinating angle if that's true.
Okay, so at this point, I think we have two possible explanations. A, which is aliens came from somewhere and they're putting this together. Who knows what they're for? And B, it could be an artist or a group of artists that have put this thing together. And one that I read about, I don't know if you heard about this, it could possibly be leftover movie prop from a movie that was shot in that area.
If it's a movie prop shot in the area, then it was there now for allegedly, according to the research everybody did since 2015, it was there. So maybe there was a movie clearly made at that time, and someone said, hey, why are we going to throw this away? Let's stick it in the desert and see what happens, Could be, no problem. That makes a lot of sense because Utah is a place that movies are made in that area. So, and again, that location would be where you'd see kind of an alien-y kind of terrain. So yeah, I could see that easily. Sure, that's one possibility.
Hey, Bob, thanks a lot for all that information. I think we really got it narrowed down. Hey, while I got you on the line, tell everybody about your new show you got going on the Mystified channel.
Well, thanks, Bill. As you know, you came on the channel. You were great on the show we did, reminiscing our Puerto Rico UFO case and updating it. My new series on my channel, Mystified, is called Conspiracy Truth Finders. And we look into all the great things people know me about, basically UFOs, ghosts, Bigfoot, but also how those things, if not handled properly, if not looked into properly, they can be like, conspiracies that people believe without the facts. And this is a problem in our country right now. So I'm expanding the show into other areas that we're seeing right now. But I think overall, people are going to love the show. Love you guys to go check it out. And let me know what you think. Please comment when you go to the channel Mystified and look for Conspiracy Truth Finders in the live area. These are live shows.
Sounds great. Guys, I'm going to be leaving a link down in the description box if you want to click over it and check it out. Bob, I'll catch you soon.
Thanks, Bill. Take care.
Okay, guys, I guess it's your turn to let the world know what you're thinking, but here's the thing. I don't think this really works as just strictly a real or fake video. So what we're going to do on this one, we're going to do a multiple choice, and here it is. If you think these things are connected to extraterrestrial beings, then just go with aliens. If on the other hand you think it was just a leftover artifact from a movie, then your answer is movie prop. And as a third alternative, if you think this is more likely connected to earthbound pranksters and artists, then go with artists. And if you think there is no real smoking gun answer for all this, well, then you just land on you know what, unknown. Now, if you want to make an actual vote and see how other people are voting, then what you do is you go down to the description box. There's a link there to my community page where we have the poll. Make your vote over there, then come back here and watch the rest of the video, okay? Now, if you don't want to go through all that, you can very easily just leave your answer down in the comment section, or if you want, just shout it out so the whole world knows where you stand. You ready? All right, and go. Hey, while we're waiting for everybody to get that done, what do you say we take a look at the answer to last week's mystery video? As you might recall, last week's mystery was this video claiming to show a woman with the fastest punch in the world. A lot of you guys came up with the answer quick, but the quickest of them all was George Papantonio with this qualified answer. The Guinness World Record for the fastest punch in the world belongs to this man. His name is Keith Liddell, and he's from Chicago, Illinois. The woman in this video, turns out, is a martial arts expert with her own YouTube channel. Her name is Cynthia Kadrabe, and she comes from Indonesia. Now, just because Keith Liddell holds the Guinness World Record for fastest punch, it doesn't mean somebody can't just come along and post a YouTube video of themselves doing an even faster punch. I mean, right? Well, as it turns out, Cynthia has a reputation for manipulating her videos with fancy editing techniques. And this video is no exception. Numerous videos on YouTube have pointed out this video was sped up right at the point of the punch being thrown. Some other videos where she was accused of fakery include this one, and this one. If you want a full rundown of the fakery charges against her, I recommend you watch this video by McDojo Life. He goes through each and every video in detail. And oh, by the way, I have a little trivia quiz for you today. Who do you think can throw a faster punch, Keith Liddell or this mantis shrimp? Leave me your answer down in the comment section, and I'll give you the official answer towards the end of the video. Coming up is the official answer to this Monolith mystery, and winners will be announced to last week's treasure hunt. Okay, so now let's get back to our Monolith story and see what we got here for the official, unconfirmed answer. And what we have, wow, okay. Are you ready for this? The correct choice on this one is movie prop. No, just kidding. I hope you didn't click away right away, because that wasn't correct. No, it's aliens. Nah, just kidding about that one too. It's actually artist. Artist is the correct answer. From the beginning, many people have speculated that this was always an earthbound creation of a human artist. For evidence, they point to the actual details of the construction. The one in Utah was sheet metal on the outside and plywood on the inside. The seams of the metal were welded together, and there were also rivets used in its construction. That's hardly something you'd expect from an advanced alien race building an intergalactic GPS system or something like that. High on the list of possible art suspects is sculpture artist John McCracken. But McCracken died in 2011, which makes it highly unlikely that he did it or any members of his family did it. Much more likely is the artist collective in Arizona that goes by the name The Most Famous Artist. This group has claimed responsibility for both the Utah monolith and the one that appeared in California a short time later. According to the group's spokesman, Matty Moe, this group of artists is well known for their high-profile art pranks. They are the ones who put the white flag on the Brooklyn Bridge a couple of years ago and also changed the Hollywood sign to read Hollyweed. When asked why the monoliths were created, Matty replied, "What better way to end this messed up year than let the world briefly think aliens made contact?" Now, to be honest, the Most Famous Artist group, the people that made the claim on this thing, they didn't provide any solid smoking gun evidence other than a couple of cryptic, kind of social media posts. But on the other hand, when you read everything and look through everything, all the pieces kind of fit together very neatly. Now, one of the reasons they might not be so forthcoming on what they did is it's actually illegal to go out on public lands like that and put up a structure. So you can understand why they might be keeping their evidence a little close to the vest. In the meantime, you can buy a full-size replica from them for a mere $45,000. As for all the other monoliths popping up around the world, well, most people agree those are just copycats made by humans as a prank. Next up is this crazy video. It was sent in by Aditya Stefan, who just wrote, "My friend sent this to me and asked if it is real. Please tell me what the heck this is." Aditya, on this one, I think I would have a tendency to say, nature, you scary. But, when you look at it a couple of times, you start to say, there's something very odd about the face of that little creature. Okay, guys, take a good look at this thing and let me know what you think. If you think this is a real living creature that has not been edited in any way, go with real. If, on the other hand, you think this is maybe like a half living creature and the other part was edited onto the body, then you go with fake. And as usual, if you don't think there is a solid answer, then you just let the world know your vote is unknown. You do that, I'll do this, and we'll find out who's got it right and who has got it wrong. But I gotta tell you, I have never seen anything like this. So, not even in my deepest, darkest travels in the Amazon have I seen a creature that looks like that. And I've seen some really weird creatures. All right, so let's see what they say here. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you voted real. Because I hope you voted real, because if you did vote real, you really got it right. It's real. Over on my Facebook page, where you can still actually vote, yee-hoo! 50% said it was real, 38% said it was fake, and 14% went with unknown. Thanks to Earl Tank Puno, Mike Hugh, and John Dolroy, we now know this is a Gouldian finch chick. This is what an adult Gouldian finch looks like, and this is what a baby Gouldian finch looks like. Now, scientists don't really know why the babies have such strange markings on their mouths. Some think it helps the parents determine how healthy the baby is. And then there are, of course, those who say, these things are aliens from outer space. Hey, before we move on to our next item, the answer to my trivia quiz is mantis shrimp. The fastest human punch is 45 miles per hour. The mantis shrimp has a punch that has been clocked at 50 miles per hour. Next up is this beautiful picture. It was sent in by Kinnicole Bagnoy, who just wants to know, is this picture for real or photoshopped? Kinnicole, I have heard of this thing that's called bioluminescence, which means, there are things in the ocean that naturally can glow in the dark. But I don't think I've seen anything this perfectly formed, so I'm a little suspicious. So guys, what do you think? Take a good long look at this picture and tell the world whether or not this picture is 100% real or perhaps faked up with a little editing magic. Let everybody know what your decision is nice and loud. I'll get out this and tell you what the answer is as clear as I can, okay? And here we go. Give me just a second to read this. Let me make sure I got it right. Okay. The official answer to this particular photo, what's going on in it with the glowing waves? Well, the official answer is real. Thanks to super sleuths John Akintayo and JBC Packard, we now know this picture was taken in Australia by Jordan Robbins. These glowing waters are caused by a natural phenomena that makes the plankton in the water glow. Not only does it make the waves glow like that, but it even lights up when you walk around in it on the beach. Pretty cool stuff. Coming up, the official announcement of who won those $25 Amazon gift cards and that picture of the kid with the doggy hairdo. Next, we have this odd news photo. As reported by the Australian press back in 1994, this boy from Perth, Australia, lost his pet to a car accident and missed his dog so much he styled a doggy memorial wig on top of his head. Wow, he must have really loved his dog, but that picture looks like it was taken like 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I wonder, if the guy kept that, and if he did, I wonder what he looks like today. Anyway, guys, let the world know what you're thinking about this one. Is this the real deal or maybe an early example of fake news? Let's see what we got here, okay? Then we'll really know what the truth is. All right, let's see. And 2 words. Fake news. Thanks to some super sleuthing by Pranjal Dutta, we now know this picture came from a Photoshop contest back in 2012. The original picture first showed up on an old social media platform called MySpace in 2009 and then circulated around under a meme called Nice Haircut. From there, it made it onto a Photoshop contest website called Worth 1000. That site has since shut down, but the image lives on as a popular meme and source of fake news. Okay, well, it's almost time for my favorite fake of the week, but what do you think we should do first? Should we do the favorite fake of the week and then announce the treasure hunt winners? No, let's announce the treasure hunt winners first. In my last video, I showed you guys this picture. It's a pretty famous picture known as the Solway Firth Spaceman photo. Just behind the girl here, there is a figure that looks to many people like a spaceman. I examined this photo in a video I did years ago, but I couldn't remember what video it was in. So for this treasure hunt, I offered a $25 Amazon gift card to the first 5 people who could name the video I made in which this picture appears. So here we go. Here's a list of the top 5 winners. Starting with number 5, because, we're counting down according to how they came in, right? And so the last one, number 1, will be the very first person who submitted the correct answer. Okay, number 5 is Dylan Collado. Number 4, Ryan Sherwood. Number 3, Caddy Lover. Number 2, Dean Gibson. And number 1, the very first person with the info is Jaden McLeod. Congratulations, guys. You did a fantastic job, and I couldn't believe how fast you came up with the answer. Now, in order to get your Amazon gift card, you don't have to do anything because within the next couple of days, you will be receiving an electronic notification via the email you used to send in your answers. Easy. I also want to thank all you other guys who did come up with the correct answer. Maybe you didn't get in the top 5 this time, but there are going to be more treasure hunts, so stay tuned. Before we move on, I just want to give one shout out to what I consider the best effort, and that was made by Miss Berger. Miss Berger left a sad little note in the comment section that she looked and looked and looked for over an hour and couldn't find the spaceman photo. So just want to say, great job anyway, Miss Berger. And just remember, sometimes the journey is everything. And hey, don't forget, we have a new show every Friday, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notifications bell so you get a shot at being first official comment and win the pin. If you have a picture and you're not quite sure whether it's real or not, send it in to me at billschannel@gmail.com and I'll take a look. Please don't leave links or suggestions in the comment section because really, the only thing that is going to do is turn me into a mega screamer screaming, "You're driving me crazy!" See you next time. And now, for my favorite fake of the week. The video doesn't really have a name, but it was sent in by Siam S. Check it out. I don't think this video needs any explanation other than so fake. It's funny! Hey, don't go away just yet. There are a whole lot more real or fakes you can look at. Just go ahead and click on one.